Hey, what's up guys, Alex at Hypnotech, and today we are looking at the Galaxy Tab A. This is the Tab A 8.0. I believe this came out almost a year ago, last March. This is Samsung's kind of mid-range tablet offering. It takes a lot of design language from the Tab S2, which came out after this, but that one is a premium tablet, something that they charge an absurd amount of money for. Whereas this little thing is significantly cheaper. And I wanted to just do a few notes on this, why someone should buy it or why someone should not buy it, and let's take a look at it. So as a mid-ranger, the Galaxy Tab A is built with plastic. Unlike its big brother, the S2, we only have a plastic frame. We'll take a comparison later on in the video, but there is no fingerprint scanner, and we also have a plastic back. It takes a lot of design language from the S2, but it does feel significantly less premium in feel. Ultimately, it still is a pretty nice design. If to the untrained eye, you might not notice the difference for general consumers. We also have a pretty smooth version of TouchWiz. This is running 5.0.2 of Lollipop. So this is Android Lollipop. We don't have Marshmallow, unfortunately. Hopefully, we'll get an update for this, but Samsung is traditionally really slow with their updates, and 5.0.2 is running relatively well. I haven't had any problems with it yet, but yes, we are running Lollipop on top of TouchWiz on top of Lollipop. And this is similar to what we get on the S6 and what we get on the Tab S2. When it comes down to the screen, we are looking at an 8-inch 1024 by 768 resolution screen for a pixel density of 160 ppi. So we are not looking at the most high definition screen when compared to a 1080 or a Quad HD screen. Unfortunately, you do see a lot of pixels, especially when you're watching video or when you're scrolling through an article of sorts. You see a lot of pixels, and that's what you get for the trade-off of getting to this price point for a Samsung device. I can say, however, that the screen is very vibrant and very colorful, and the colors are saturated. So I've always liked how Samsung has saturated their colors and oversaturated their colors of sorts, and the colors here are pretty nice, and the viewing angles, I do have to give it a thumbs up for a 720p device. Sometimes when you're using the right things like animation or games like this Kingdom Hearts where they have pretty good art for a 720p screen, they do a very good job of making it as high quality as they can for a 720p screen. So inside the hood, we are looking at a Snapdragon 410 processor. It's a quad-core 1.2 gigahertz CPU with 2 gigabytes of RAM. So this isn't the highest pairing in the world, but it does get the job done. And battery life, however, is relatively decent too. It's a 4200 milliamp battery that's powering an 8-inch screen, but it's only a 720p screen powered by a less power-hungry processor like the 410, and we also have a pretty good pairing there, surprisingly. We have 5 to 7 hours of screen on time, which is not too bad for a tablet of this size. If you are worried about the performance of the Tab A because of the processor, don't be. This is actually a very smooth device, and it's not like the old days where Android tablets perform very badly, very poorly in the lower price points. This is actually pretty nice for this price point, and I can honestly tell you that the performance outweighs the price. So the Tab A, unfortunately, doesn't have the greatest screen quality. This is a 720p resolution screen, so when you compare it to something like the Tab S2, there's no comparison. The Tab S2 blows it out of the water. It's hard to tell in the video of a video playing on a tablet, but you have to take my word for it. Comparing it in terms of build quality, though, the Tab S2 has a metal frame, and the Tab A only has a glossy plastic screen, so it is more slippery, and the grip it's harder to grip than it is with a metal frame like the Tab S2. Speakers. So speaker-wise, the speakers aren't too good. They get loud. The audio gets pretty loud, but it gets distorted from time to time, and when you hold it in landscape mode, you do cover the bottom facing speaker, and that's an issue that Samsung and iPhones and all of the people who put the speakers on the bottom have. So take a listen to this speaker. While the Tab A has a premium looking appearance that follows the Tab S2 in terms of the premium look on the outside, unfortunately, I can't recommend this for this price point. There are better options out there for this price point. Mainly and specifically the Asus ZenPad 8.0. It's actually the same size, it's lighter, and it's not a knock on Samsung because I think this is a great looking tablet. It's just that it's more of a testament for the quality of the ZenPad and the design of the ZenPad. While it's also plastic, it actually feels nicer in my hand than this little thing does. This is actually much heavier than the ZenPad. And yeah, there's something about a Quad HD screen that's much better than a 720p screen. You gotta trust me on that. And I'm sure if you've seen anything 1080p on a 8-inch screen, this 720p resolution, 768, I think it's 768 resolution, just kills your eyes because the pixels, you can see the pixels, you can see them so clearly, it's distracting. And call me spoiled, but after using premium devices, it's very difficult to go back to a 720p display. But that itself is a minor thing because this actually performs pretty well. It's just for the price point, you could get something better. So I only recommend this if you are a diehard Samsung fan, you're invested in their ecosystem, and you really have to have a Samsung tablet in this price point. Instead of buying a super old tablet like the original Tab S or something like that, get this instead. I think this is a better performer. It's a nicer feel. You won't be disappointed in it if you have to get a Samsung. If not, look elsewhere because there are better things out there. Anyway, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I'm Alex from SipNoTech. Make sure you subscribe, like our videos, and check out our social media stuff. We are definitely going to try to improve the page and our videos and quality and all that stuff because we're going to be your source for all things electronics and tech-related stuff. So keep tuning in. We're going to continue to get better. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.